In a small town, there lived an elderly man named Luke. He was 72, but you wouldn't know it from the way he spent his days. He was always out and about, planting flowers in his garden, visiting friends, and sitting on the park bench watching the world go by with a peaceful smile. His energy and zest for life were the talk of the town, especially among the younger folks. One day, Michelle, a young woman in her 30s who often admired Luke's cheerful spirit from afar, gathered the courage to approach him. "Luke," she began, "how do you stay so full of life? You never seem to slow down. Don't you ever think about how much time you have left?" Luke smiled warmly and patted the empty space on the bench beside him, inviting Michelle to sit down. "Michelle," he said, "everyone wonders about that at some point. How long will I live? Will I still be around next year, in 5 years, or 10? But I'll tell you a secret. It's not the number of years ahead of me that keeps me going. The real answer isn't in any report a doctor could give me." Michelle looked puzzled. "Then what is it?" she asked. "It's in how I live each day," Luke said, gazing at the flowers blooming nearby. "You see, every morning, I wake up and ask myself, how can I make today count? It's not about worrying how much time is left, because no one knows that. Instead, I focus on filling each day with moments that matter." Michelle thought about this for a moment. But what about the struggles that come with getting older? Don't they slow you down? Luke chuckled softly. "Oh, they're there, all right. My knees aren't as strong as they used to be, and I get tired more quickly. But that just makes me appreciate everything even more. Every sunrise, every conversation, every smile I share, it all feels like a little victory. So, instead of counting the days, I count the moments that make my heart full." Michelle nodded slowly, understanding. "So the secret isn't how long you live, but how you live." "Exactly," Luke replied, his eyes twinkling. "The length of life is out of our control, but the depth of it, that's something we write with every single day we're given. And when you live like that, you stop worrying about how long you have, you just start living." Michelle smiled, feeling a new sense of peace. Luke's simple wisdom was clear. The secret to a full life wasn't in years or numbers, but in how you fill each day. From that moment on, she decided to live with the same intention, finding joy in the small, meaningful moments that made life truly rich. And in doing so, she realized that the best way to live wasn't to count time, but to make time count. For older people, the story of Luke reminds us of the importance of living with purpose and gratitude each day. Life isn't defined by how many years we have left, but by the moments that fill those years with meaning. As we age, it's easy to get caught up in worrying about time slipping away or the physical challenges that naturally come with growing older. However, like Luke, we can choose to focus on what we can control, our attitude, and how we spend our time. By embracing each day with curiosity, finding joy in simple pleasures like a morning walk or a conversation with a friend, we nourish our spirits and stay connected to the vibrancy of life. Every smile, every flower we plant, every shared moment becomes a part of a legacy that is not about longevity, but about richness of experience. Another lesson we can take from Luke's wisdom is the value of appreciation. Aging brings its own set of challenges, but it also brings a deeper understanding of life's fleeting beauty. The aches and pains, the slowing down, they don't diminish us. They invite us to savor what we once took for granted. Instead of counting down the years, let's focus on making each moment a small victory. Every day offers opportunities to share love, spread kindness, and cherish the world around us. As Luke suggests, The secret to a fulfilling life isn't in measuring time, but in filling it with moments that stir the heart. Live deeply, and in doing so, time becomes something to embrace rather than fear. Curious about how long you could thrive after 70? The secret isn't buried in medical charts. It's hidden in your daily habits. In this video, we'll reveal 6 powerful signs that predict not just how long you'll live, but how well. Through the real-life stories of older men who embody these traits, you'll see how physical health, mental sharpness, emotional resilience, and a strong sense of purpose can shape a vibrant, fulfilling life after 70. Watch closely, because by the end, you'll have a roadmap to a future filled with vitality and meaning. Sign 1: physical mobility. We're all aging, every single one of us, but how we age is something we can influence every day. Take someone like Mr. George, a man who at 78 moves with a grace and energy that defies the number attached to his age. He's not doing anything extraordinary, he's simply staying active. Every morning, without fail, he walks to the store, and what seems like a small task for some is a lifeline for him. That daily movement, that commitment to staying physically mobile, is what keeps him going strong. What Mr. George does isn't complicated or out of reach for any of us. His secret isn't found in some fitness craze or cutting-edge health treatment. It's about consistency, about making movement a non-negotiable part of our lives. We can all relate to that, can't we? A little walk here, some stretching there, taking the stairs instead of the elevator. It adds up. Mr. George's vitality is proof that we don't need to conquer mountains to age well. We just need to keep moving. We often think about what we'll lose: our agility, our independence, maybe even our freedom to live the way we want. But here's the thing. Staying physically mobile can change that narrative. It can extend our independence, keep us connected to the things we love, and allow us to maintain the dignity we all deserve as we age. And we don't have to wait until we're 70 or 80 to start. We can begin now, today. We can decide to take those steps, no matter how small, toward better health. When we move, our bodies respond. Muscles that are used regularly stay strong. Joints that are stretched and flexed stay limber. Our hearts, our lungs, every part of our system benefits when we engage in regular physical activity. The beauty is that our bodies don't ask for much in return, just a little effort, a little care. We don't need to train like athletes. Instead, we need to move with intention. We need to make physical activity as natural a part of our day as breathing. Mr. George, someone who's found the rhythm that keeps them young. But we can be that someone too. Every time we take a walk, every time we stretch, every time we engage our bodies in even the smallest of ways, we're giving ourselves a gift. We're saying to ourselves, this is how we're going to age, with strength, with dignity, with grace. It's not just about extending our lives, it's about enhancing the quality of the years we have ahead. We live in a time where we can get caught up in all the noise about staying fit. We hear about extreme diets, high-intensity workouts, and supplements that promise to do wonders. But the truth, as Mr. George shows us, is far simpler. It's about regular, everyday movement. Walking, climbing stairs, bending, stretching, these are things we can all do. And when we commit to doing them regularly, our bodies thank us in ways we'll feel as the years pass by. Studies back this up, of course. The research shows that those of us who stay physically mobile tend to live longer, healthier lives. It's not just about longevity, it's about living better. It's about waking up in the morning without pain, about being able to do the things we love well into our later years. We're not just surviving, we're thriving. And that's what physical mobility offers us, a chance to thrive. no matter how many birthdays we've celebrated. Think about the people we care for, the family members, the friends. We want the best for them, don't we? We want them to stay healthy and independent for as long as possible. Well, we can be an example for them, just like Mr. George is for his neighbors. That it's something anyone can do. We inspire others to take control of their health too. With a little movement, with a little commitment to staying active, we can make that journey one that's full of energy, vitality, and life. So let's lace up our shoes like Mr. George and take those steps, literally and figuratively, toward a future where we don't just grow old, we grow stronger, healthier, and happier with each passing year. Sign 2. Mental sharpness. Mary, a remarkable woman who at 82 has a mind sharper than many half her age. Every month, she finishes 2 books, diving into stories that explore history, philosophy, and sometimes even mysteries. Her favorite moments are spent with her grandkids, sitting at the kitchen table, playing chess. They try to beat her, but it's no use. Mary's strategies are too clever. One day, she solved a puzzle in record time, leaving everyone speechless, amazed at how quick and clear her thinking still is. Mary's story shows us something powerful. Staying mentally sharp is just as important as staying physically healthy. As we grow older, keeping our minds engaged, whether through reading, puzzles, or learning something new, helps us stay clear-headed and vibrant. Mary is living proof that age doesn't have to slow us down mentally. She reminds us that by challenging our brains regularly, we can hold on to our mental sharpness, preventing cognitive decline and staying connected to the world around us. It's not about intelligence or how fast we solve a puzzle. It's about keeping our minds active, curious, and engaged. Studies have shown that mental stimulation helps reduce the risk of memory loss, dementia, and other age-related conditions. Mary's dedication to lifelong learning and staying mentally active is a beautiful example of how we can age well by staying sharp, focused, and fully alive in every moment. Sign 3. Emotional resilience. At 75, Grandpa Daniel's world was turned upside down when he lost the love of his life. After over 50 years of marriage, the grief he felt was indescribable, like a part of him had been taken away. The pain was real, and the loneliness that followed seemed endless. But what made Daniel stand out wasn't the fact that he grieved, because grief is inevitable. It was how he chose to respond to it. Instead of sinking into despair, Daniel decided to channel his pain into something meaningful. He discovered new ways to live, embracing activities that brought him joy. Gardening became a place of peace, where the soil beneath his hands grounded him, and the life growing from his care reminded him of the cycles of life. Woodworking gave him purpose, as he shaped raw pieces into beautiful, functional objects, much like how life shapes us through experiences. And painting, something he never thought he would do, became a canvas for expressing the emotions he couldn't put into words. Daniel didn't stop there. He also understood the importance of staying connected to the world around him. Instead of withdrawing, he reached out, joining neighborhood gatherings and meeting up with old friends. Though the ache of loss remained in his heart, Daniel didn't let it define his days. He knew that while the past held beautiful memories, the future still held possibilities, and he was determined to live it fully. His resilience was not just about surviving, it was about thriving in the face of pain. This kind of emotional resilience, like Daniel's, is not just a trait, it's a choice. It's the ability to navigate life's inevitable hardships while still finding ways to live with purpose, joy, and connection. For those of us watching, we see a man who didn't avoid his grief. but learned how to manage it. That's what true resilience is: acknowledging the pain, feeling it deeply, but then choosing to move forward stronger than before. As we age, we all face losses, whether it's loved ones, our health, or even our own abilities. But how we cope with those losses makes all the difference in our quality of life. Science shows that people who bounce back from challenges, who manage stress effectively, are far less likely to develop health issues like high blood pressure or heart disease. It's almost as if the body mirrors the mind. When you're resilient, your body stays strong too. Daniel's story isn't just inspiring, it's a powerful reminder that resilience can literally extend your life. His decision to pick up new hobbies, to keep engaging with his community, and to maintain a sense of purpose shows us all that we can grow, even in our later years. Emotional resilience isn't about avoiding hardship, but about managing it in a way that allows us to continue living fully. Those who develop this resilience not only protect their emotional well-being, but also set themselves up for better physical health and a longer, happier life. Grandpa Daniel is proof that life doesn't end with loss. It changes, and sometimes if we let it, those changes can bring new opportunities for growth, fulfillment, and even joy. It's never too late to embrace emotional resilience, to find new passions, to stay connected with others, and to live with purpose. Sign 4. Independence in daily tasks. One of our friends, Victor, is an inspiration to everyone who knows him. At 83, Victor still handles his daily routine with a sense of pride and quiet determination. Each morning, he wakes up before the sun, stretches a bit, and heads to the kitchen to brew his favorite cup of coffee. It's not just any coffee, it's the one he grinds and brews himself, taking his time to get the flavor just right. You can see the contentment on his face as he sits by the window, sipping his coffee while the world outside slowly wakes up. That simple act, that routine, is Victor's way of reminding himself, and anyone watching, that he's still in control, still living life on his terms. Victor is one of those people who never lets age define him. His independence shines through in everything he does. After his morning coffee, he'll head outside to do a little work in his garden, pulling weeds, trimming plants, and making sure everything is in order. His hands, though weathered by time, still move with the precision and care of someone who knows the value of hard work. It's clear that these daily tasks are more than just chores to him. They're moments of connection with the earth, with his past, and with himself. There's something calming, almost meditative, about the way he goes about it. But perhaps what's most impressive about Victor is his attitude towards life. He doesn't insist on doing things alone out of stubbornness or pride. In fact, his family often offers to help out. His grandchildren, especially, love spending time with him, eager to take over the tasks they think might be too much for him. But Victor always gives them a gentle smile and says, "I've got it. It's good for me to keep moving." It's not about rejecting help. It's about holding on to the pieces of life that make him feel whole. Every weed pulled, every breakfast made, every errand run is Victor's way of maintaining his independence, of showing the world and himself that he's still got it. When you look at Victor, you see a man who understands the secret to aging well, staying active, both physically and mentally. It's not just about keeping your body moving, but also about keeping your mind engaged in the little things. Whether it's deciding what to plant next in his garden, or remembering what needs to be done around the house, these daily activities are more than just routines. They're mental exercises that help him stay sharp. Researchers often talk about how people who retain their independence tend to live longer, healthier lives. And Victor is living proof of that. Victor's independence isn't just a marker of his physical health. It's a reflection of his mental clarity and emotional resilience. There's something deeply fulfilling about being able to take care of yourself, especially as you age. It's a form of dignity that Victor has always cherished. Every time he laces up his shoes to walk to the local market or heads into town to run an errand, he's not just doing it because he has to. He's doing it because it reminds him that he still can. And that's a powerful feeling. In a world where aging is often seen as a time of decline, Victor stands as a beacon of hope. His ability to manage his daily tasks, no matter how small, speaks volumes about the kind of life he's lived and the strength he continues to show. When you ask him how he feels about getting older, he simply shrugs and says, "It's just another chapter. I'm still writing my story." That's the kind of mindset that keeps him going, keeps him thriving, long after others might have slowed down. For those of us lucky enough to know Victor, he's more than just an example of healthy aging. He's a reminder of what it means to live with purpose. His independence is a source of pride, yes, but more than that, it's a source of joy. It's the reason he wakes up each morning, eager to take on the day, no matter what it brings. And it's why we admire him so much. Sign 5. Social connections. A good example for you is Paul. At 79, Paul is the heart and soul of every gathering. Imagine walking into his house on one of those lively game nights he hosts every month. The atmosphere is electric, filled with laughter, chatter, and the sound of cards shuffling. Paul's booming laugh echoes through the room as he cracks jokes that make everyone feel instantly at ease. Neighbors, old friends, and even some new acquaintances gather around his table, drawn not just by the games but by the warmth and energy he radiates. People don't just attend for the fun, they come for the connection that Paul fosters. His welcoming spirit makes everyone feel like they belong, and they look forward to these moments as highlights of their month. Now, what makes Paul stand out isn't just his ability to entertain, but his dedication to staying socially connected. His social energy is contagious. The way he brings people together creates a bond that keeps everyone feeling alive, engaged, and happy. And this, right here, is a key lesson in healthy aging. Paul's commitment to maintaining strong relationships goes beyond just passing time. It has a profound impact on his well-being. Staying socially active like Paul does is one of the most powerful ways to enhance your mental and physical health. Research shows that loneliness can take a heavy toll, contributing to issues like depression, cognitive decline, and even heart disease. But Paul's story reminds us that keeping those social ties strong can be a game changer. His friendships are like a buffer, protecting him from the isolation that many people his age face. And it's not just about avoiding loneliness. Those connections are a source of joy, purpose, and belonging. Paul's social life keeps him mentally sharp too. Engaging with others stimulates his mind, keeping his cognitive abilities intact. It's like a workout for the brain, but instead of lifting weights, he's sharing laughs, telling stories, and playing games. And it's not just his mind that benefits. Studies have shown that strong social connections can boost your immune system, making you more resilient to illness. It's amazing how something as simple as being surrounded by people who care about you can have such a profound effect on your overall health. So, what's the takeaway? As we age, staying socially connected isn't just a nice to have, it's essential. Whether it's hosting a game night, catching up with friends, or getting involved in the community, these connections are key to living a longer, healthier life. It's not just about filling your calendar, it's about filling your life with meaning, joy, and purpose. We are not meant to walk through life alone. The bonds we form with others, the laughter we share, the support we offer and receive, these are the things that sustain us, that keep us feeling alive and vital. And as we see with Paul, a rich social life isn't just a predictor of longevity, but of a life filled with joy, connection, and fulfillment. This is the kind of example that shows how staying socially active is one of the most powerful secrets to not just living longer, but living well. Sign 6, sense of purpose. At 90, Paul's life is far from idle. Every morning he wakes with purpose. His garden isn't just a hobby, it's his lifeline, a source of pride and fulfillment. Beyond the plants, Paul mentors younger men in his community, sharing life lessons and wisdom. The secret to my long life, he says, is having something to look forward to every day. Purpose keeps Paul alive, engaged, active, and connected. Research agrees, having a reason to wake up boosts longevity. It sharpens the mind, prevents stagnation, and fills life with meaning. Purpose fuels both mind and body. A sense of purpose can be one of the most powerful things to help you live longer after 70. It's not just about keeping busy, it's about feeling like your life still holds meaning, that you're needed, and that what you do matters. When you wake up each day with a reason to get out of bed, whether it's taking care of someone, a hobby you love, or contributing to your community, it fuels you. That sense of purpose gives your days a deeper meaning, and it has a way of keeping your mind sharp, your heart healthy, and your spirit energized. Having a sense of purpose can look different for everyone. For some, it's about spending time with family, offering wisdom, or helping with grandkids. Others might find it in something as simple as gardening, reading, or even caring for a pet. It's not about the size of what you're doing, but about how it makes you feel. When you believe that you're making a difference, even in small ways, it has a way of giving your life momentum. Studies have shown that people with a strong sense of purpose tend to live longer and enjoy better health, because they're not just drifting through the days. They're actively engaged in life. But don't think your purpose has to be something dramatic or life-changing. Even a small act of kindness or a routine that brings you joy can give your life meaning. Maybe it's being the person in your neighborhood who always greets others with a smile, volunteering a few hours a week, or calling a friend who needs a bit of encouragement. These seemingly small actions create a ripple effect. They not only bring meaning to your life, but also to the lives of those around you. And when you know you're contributing, it makes the effort to take care of yourself feel worthwhile. So if you're thinking about how to stay vibrant and healthy as you age, focus on what brings you that sense of purpose. What do you look forward to each day? What makes you feel alive? If you don't have an answer right now, that's okay. It's never too late to discover something new or reignite an old passion. Your purpose may evolve, but as long as you keep seeking it, you'll find that it keeps you engaged, motivated, and, most importantly, gives your life a richness that can help you live not just longer, but better. The signs of a long, vibrant life are all around us. From staying physically active to keeping your mind sharp, building emotional strength, nurturing relationships, and having a clear sense of purpose. These factors reveal so much about the path to longevity after 70. The good news? It's never too late to start improving these areas and creating more fulfilling years ahead. Thank you for watching. If you found this video valuable, give it a thumbs up and share it with someone who could use the inspiration. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.